Live broadcast creation error. Mine. These nuts. These nuts. Got him. That's the new angle. Alright. It's the new Kurt angle that you get. You guys want me to fuck around with these. Alright. To delay the portraying. What are we working on here? This is backwards. This is how I've been running the map. Okay, we're trying to help the Kazite so that we can ultimately betray them and take the whole kingdom. Okay, so Manchug, the leader, has got his army over here. I think they're attacking the Northern Empire. Finally got our boys to chill out on the SRI. We've got we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We had a couple here. We got 4 settlements right now. This is actually 5. Yeah, we own Saleh as well. We own Saleh. I think we own Lokana too. We own Lokana 6. We got quite a few fiefs. You can actually just look in here. 4 towns, 5 castles. So I've got 9 things all together. I need to get more allies to just stick them in here and get them to manage this shit. Do you have any kids that are old enough? No, just all my guys. Niacin, Alta Vista. Yeah, there's nobody that I can really. Okay. What is he just there? He's already there, that's why, right? Yeah, he's not with us. We're going like mass mounted archers. Shit, whatever. Do need a couple crossbows. Yep. It's actually key. Disorganized going down. I was going back and forth and just clearing out. Just checking. We have tons of prisoners because I was going back and forth and just picking up all this dickhead's lords. My dude, it's hard to get the 0 relations with anyone because my dude's so fucking charming. Clans. My influence is almost as much as the boss, man. The bosses, Senate cans. Plans, there's a day. Should just make an army and just fucking lead them to obliterate another side, but we'll do that eventually. Not just yet. Financially obliterate them too. Okay, our guys are assaulting the castle. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to come in here and just... Okay. Oh fuck, they gave me like carrying on, I forgot. Okay. Fuck. I'm gonna dump these guys in Bostrom. Hopefully Montreux's going for Poros. Morania's gonna get taken. Help these guys take Morania. Can I talk to Ilatar right now? Nah. I'm sure he needs like grain or some shit. Yeah, we're fucking fighting right now. Spawnchug. Where's Spawnchug? Did he disband? Wow, both these guys want peace. Now we watch fucking teeth, bro. The only thing that sucks is I'm pretty sure these are gonna be our allies once the Great Conspiracy, whatever the fuck happens. So it's gonna be a fucking 3-on-1 later, but our kingdom's gonna be the size of all of them. Oh fuck, where's that going? Oh, rest in peace. Gotcha, bitch. Ooh, caught one too. Caught me across the chin. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, you got me. Yeah, right. Fucking fly. Right in the old. Right in the old bleeder. Femoral artery. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee, cupid you. Alright, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put these stairs up. Get the boys over here. Come on, boys. That's usually will attract the units to ya. Here they come. Oh, fuck. Do you want to shoot that guy? Is he just gonna pop out every time I try to try to put that ladder in? Fuck you, what? No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. How am I missing there, yeah, catapult this motherfucker. Catapult this sword up your ass. Yeah, buddy. Get your shit fucked, bitch. Yeah, we good, boys? I got this motherfucker. Hit in the head. Boom. Head. Bitch, give me. Oh, right in the shots. And they say abdomen. We hit the crotch, but that was definitely ball shot. Arrow. You don't know the arrow. Sort of got half of it. You see, you know, wetland. Saying bye bye. As soon as like a bomb goes off near them or something near them, I swear to God, it's just a dick shot. The dick got sheared off by shrapnel or something, and they're like, okay, I'm tapping it. Bye. It doesn't make sense how you're in the middle of fighting. says it could just be the horrors of war. Just be not wanting to get drone bombed and surviving. This could be a many things. I think a lot of the Kermit the sewer slides. People getting their hogs shot on. So, well, that's it for me. I got one-shotted. 2 heads that can hit me and kill me with in one shot. I got one of them. Alright, well, that was a... Yeah! I can't believe pulling these shots off. Magical. Absolutely magical. Where the fuck are we going, boys? I'm so confused. Got this one sad guy. Someone up here. Poor him. You guys okay? Getting so eager that they're trying to attack the guy that's a level above him.
You turned up just in time.
Because this castle's been fucking. The poor people of this castle have been back and forthing on this thing forever. Maybe this actually is. Oh! Just gonna. Was a bad idea. I should give myself more slack. Okay. Alright. Kind of the same deal. Whatever. I am at your mercy. Did I get him as a prisoner? That's what it was. That's what I was going for. Oh, nice. Perfect. Perfect amount of prisoners for me to fuck off here. Just have so much gears. I'm funny. We're gonna continue. We're gonna leave. We're gonna go to Bostrom. We're gonna drop these guys up. That can do whatever it's gonna do. I don't give a fuck anymore. Conspiracy bullshit. That's an offer. 4 grand is a lot. Yeah, sure. Me. Take it. I don't care. We're gonna wipe the north out soon, so they shouldn't be able to push back on it. I'll go fucking govern it later. Do you want a result to make a peace of the Northern Emperor? Yes. Now's gains. Yes, finally. Oh, wait. We're gonna go for peace? I kind of want to obliterate them, don't you? Okay, fuck it. Make peace and then fuck up Sturgia. It'd be nice to have peace, dude. We've been warring for so long, and these guys just, as soon as they get peace, they want to start shit with the Estrada right away. Okay, no. Okay, you want to stick with fucking... Yeah, that's fine. Just to keep my relations with the clan, we'll go with the boys. Montreal, the Kazites is... Oh, yeah, sorry, this black screen right here, it's actually... Podcast
people don't realize, like...
So I was watching it.
I don't even want to say his name, but this loser whose name you said, like, he was on the Flagrant podcast like 5 years ago, and my husband just humbled the shit out of him and basically embarrassed him because he was like, I think what you do is corny and it's not really helping men. So there's that. I mean, this obviously goes without saying, but the misogyny was like really crazy because obviously we know it exists in our society, but to see it so rampant and like full force and just like unapologetically there, his comedy fans are not like that. It's more the podcast fan base that I don't think really resonate with him because a lot of them are like really racist and right wing. I think like those of them are more like that. But yeah, anyways, I said like those peripheral fans, like they might come at us just because we're brown girls being opinionated and they don't like opinionated women.
Just when you thought the Akash Singh situation couldn't get any worse, his wife is back. He's still missing though. If you haven't been following, Akash, the co-host of the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schultz, has been getting absolutely destroyed online for the last few months, and it's all because of his wife. Jasleen. She started a podcast with a friend, said some of the wildest shit imaginable about her dating history, her relationship with Akash, her obsession with her friend's husband's cock, who she wanted to have a threesome with, and basically turned Akash into the biggest joke in the comedy podcast world overnight. Myron from Fresh and Fit, who Akash had been beefing with for years, went to town on him after Akash tried to put him in his place years ago by shitting on the Red Pill community and using his pure and wholesome wife to flex on them. But then after Jasleen continued with her humiliation ritual, stuck the knife in deeper and twisted it, Flagrant tried to address it in what I called the worst episode in Flagrant history, where Jasleen came on the show, rewrote her own history in real time, blamed everything on being misunderstood, and somehow, someway, left Akash looking even worse than before. At that point, Akash was done. You guys voted him the lolcow of the year for 2025 on this channel, and the only sensible thing for Jasleen to do was disappear, stop talking, and hope everyone would forget about the whole thing when Akash finally came back from tour. But no, she can't even do that, because just like every other attention-seeking influencer who gets caught out, she physically cannot cope without the spotlight. Instead of disappearing, she popped up on a brand new podcast this week to clear the air, and somehow in the space of 1 hour managed to make everything worse again. Except this time she's not just humiliating Akash, she's going after his audience, his fans, and anyone who dared to criticize her. This is some wild shit you're about to see. I can't even get a fucking day off this week. Anyway, here's the thing with Jasleen. She has this completely confused identity where she flips between being authentic and tongue-in-cheek, you know, depending on whatever suits her argument at the time. 1 minute she's the trad wife who takes care of her husband and supports him however she can, and the next, she's the empowered woman who can say whatever she wants, and then 5 minutes later she's the victim of a coordinated misogynistic hate campaign full of paid bots and comments. Yep, she's gone full Whitney Cummings here. But just before I go to town on her and rip her arguments to shreds, if you're interested, make sure you check out the link in the description to my Patreon for all my longer form uncensored content. I posted 3 videos over there just last week, and I've got a bunch of videos in the pipeline for all of you who support me over on Patreon. So hit that link and get signed up so you don't miss out. All right, let's get back to Jasleen Singh. By the way, this might actually be worse than that Flagrant episode.
My question, because I've never gotten to ask somebody who was really on the receiving end of the internet in that, to that scale.
Yeah.
Like you were, how did you feel? Like it was like a slow burn, but it really wasn't. It was like a firestorm. Like I had people hitting me, being like, yo, what do you think?
Yeah.
Right?
It feels weird and it feels surreal because you're like, but you don't know me. You don't know anything about me. You've never talked to me. Like, you're taking the intention of this video in the complete wrong way. And I mean, this obviously goes without saying, but the misogyny was like really crazy because obviously we know it exists in our society, but to see it so rampant and like full force and just like unapologetically there, I was like, oh my god, like this is a real fucking thing. And it's like, it was bizarre to me because I'm like, my husband can go on stage and literally has a joke in his special about like getting a hooker isn't like cheating, it's just outsourcing, which I really don't care. Like, I think it's a funny joke, but it's like, if I say something that's equally, you know, raunchy, like then I'm a whore or all these things, when it's like, but the reality is what the reality is. It's like, I was a virgin when I met my husband. We lost our virginity to each other, and I never made that a part of my identity. I only shared that because I share my life story because I'm an oversharer. Y'all made it a part of my identity and then used it against me. I don't give a fuck if I was a virgin or I wasn't, or if my body count was 100. But it wasn't. Those are just facts. So if you want to take like tongue-in-cheek videos and make it into something it's not, like that's not really a reflection of me, that's a reflection of them.
All right, let me break this logic down for all of you who don't speak influencer cringe. You don't know me, you've never talked to me, you're taking the intention of this video in the completely wrong way. She's basically saying, love me, celebrate me, watch all my shit, follow me, give me all of your attention. But the second it backfires, you don't know me, you don't understand the real me, you're just taking it wrong straight out of the Joe Rogan playbook. Which is it? Because by her own admission, she doesn't even know the intention of her own videos half the time. She said repeatedly that she was being tongue-in-cheek, she was being authentic, she was trying to be funny, she was just trying to share her life. She cycles through these justifications like a suburban housewife who just got caught cheating on a fucking Wednesday afternoon. And now we get the misogyny card. This is some A-grade copium from someone who completely embarrassed herself, humiliated her husband in front of millions of people, and instead of taking responsibility and quietly disappearing, she just had to come back with somebody else to blame. She's comparing herself to Akash being able to go on stage as a comedian and say whatever he wants, and she's saying that when she tries to do the same thing on her random podcast that nobody asked for, it's somehow because of misogyny that nobody got the joke. She's not a comedian. What the fuck is she even talking about? The sheer entitlement from her thinking that she can just jump in front of a camera and talk shit into a microphone and somehow everyone should laugh and celebrate her unconditionally is some elite level mental gymnastics. And then she drags up the whole virginity thing again. I never made that a part of my identity. Seriously, nobody cares. It was your husband who was using it as a flex for years, and then you were the one who came out with all that content completely contradicting Akash's characterizations of you, apparently for the laughs that nobody laughed at, or were you being authentic? Oh, that's right, it's because of the misogyny. This whole thing is just unnecessarily messy, and absolutely nobody asked for any of it. Akash and his wife did all of this to themselves, and yet somehow, after all of that, she still manages to find somebody else to blame.
What people don't realize, like, I don't even want to say his fucking name, but this fucking loser whose name you said, like, he was on the Flagrant podcast like 5 fucking years ago, and my husband just humbled the shit out of him and basically embarrassed him because he was like, I think what you do is corny and it's not really helping men. So there's that. And I think every year he would try to like bait them by being like, oh, you guys are these or you guys are this. But then every year that clip would circulate. And I think deep down it really embarrassed and humiliated and emasculated him. So when all of this first started, it was like very clear to see that there was like a lot of bot farming as well. And I could tell there were bots because like the 1,500 followers I gained on Instagram, I immediately lost like within the span of 2 months. So it was like up and then down. And then like all the nastiest comments on my Instagram videos I didn't even delete. Like a month later, it was all no, 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 no. So it was like, it was starting to become clear that there were like a lot of bots. Which is funny because they say very racist things against Indians and South Asians, but like that's where you get your bots. Yeah, and there was something else I was gonna say, but I think that's why people were saying, oh, it's PR, it's PR. Like I would never, and my husband would never like have to do anything for PR. Like all of the traffic I got was organic before that. So I think he had like a score to settle, but instead of like doing it like a man, he did it like a little bitch and like came at me. So, which I never really thought anyone would do, because it's also like, if you have a certain like ideal of like, you don't want women working and you don't want that, like, wouldn't I fit your ideal? Like I'm relying on my man to provide for me. So I don't know. I just, a lot of their logic is backwards to me, but yeah, the whole experience was like very weird and unsettling.
Jasleen accusing anyone of using backwards logic is absolutely incredible. Like, I cannot believe she just said that with a straight face. And she's not even trolling anymore. She's being 100% serious. She's trying to clear the air here. She seriously thinks that she's a trad wife, and she can't understand why she isn't being celebrated for being the good wife who supported her husband when he was a broke comic. So let me get this straight. She's accusing Myron of humiliating and emasculating Akash, so her response was to take it even further? What kind of fucking logic is that? Because whatever Myron did to Akash, it doesn't come close to what Jasleen's done to him on her own podcast and everywhere else she's been talking. talking about her friend's husband's dick, lusting over other men, acting like Akasha's sole purpose is to buy her Gucci handbags and pay for her overpriced Pilates membership. The man was humiliated by you, not by Myron, by the woman sitting right next to him. And of course, oh geez, then she blames the bots. The reason she lost 1,500 Instagram followers is apparently because of a coordinated bot farming campaign. Bitch, nobody knows who you are. It couldn't possibly be that she was the hot topic for 15 minutes when everyone was trashing Akash for being a cuck, and all those people followed her out of morbid curiosity and then bounced as soon as the drama died down. Did she really think she was pulling off some viral social media growth strategy by humiliating her husband? That's some crazy copium. She's turning into a cringier version of Whitney Cummings, if that's even possible. And now the only move left is to go full Joe Rogan and blame the mentally ill haters in the comments.
Discussing this topic with real people, I've had real nuanced conversations about the topic as a whole.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's probably more indicative of like the real world than a comment section that's being paid for and bought out.
Yeah, and like, but I don't think people that are like regular internet users understand the extent to which it happens, and also how mentally unwell the comment section has become and what a cesspool it has become. And like, I will just be scrolling on Instagram and just see someone, like I saw the other day, this girl was like, oh, trying to become a model or something, or trying to get scouted as a model. And the first comment is like, yeah, but your face card isn't there. And it's like, who in their mind thinks like, this is what I want to write, like, to ruin this person's day because it'll make me feel better. Like, I personally, there's a lot of celebrities I don't like. I've never gone out of my way to publicly comment, whether it's on mine or a burner. I don't even have a burner. So it's like, you have to think about like the severity of someone's mental health, that this makes them feel better.
All right, so this is where it gets really good. The analogy she used of the aspiring model on Instagram is so hypocritical, it's almost art. She's saying, what state of mind do you have to be in to go out of your way to comment on someone's post just trying to humiliate them? This is the woman who repeatedly humiliated her own husband 100 times worse for absolutely no reason. Like, we're still trying to figure out why she did this. She didn't go after some random celebrity on Instagram. She did it to the man she's married to on camera multiple times. And she actually said the quiet part out loud there. She said that people who leave nasty comments do it because this makes them feel better. Every accusation is a confession with this woman, because that's exactly what she's been doing this entire time, making content at her husband's expense because it makes her feel better. It gets her attention, it gets the clicks, it gets her invited onto podcasts to clear the air. Forget going out of her way to publicly comment on celebrities, she did it to her own husband because, in her own words, this is what makes me feel better. But the worst part of all of this is actually so much more serious than the hypocrisy. Shout out Norm. She's coming back out of hiding to do a fresh interview, supposedly to clear the air, and in the process she takes a massive dump on the very people who are paying her bills. I'm talking about the people who watch Flagrant and support them on Patreon.
What happened was that we went through controversy so quickly into it that it kind of like put a strain on the friendship, because also like our content was very different in this. Like, mine was definitely a lot more raw and unfiltered, and hers was a little bit more polished. I remember her saying though in prayer, she was like, my biggest fear is getting canceled. And I remember telling her, I was like, I just want to let you know, like, I know the periphery of Akash's fan base, which is, I will say, more of the podcast fan base. And I know a lot of people during like our controversy were saying like, oh, it's because of his fans, it's because of his fans. Like, his comedy fans are not like that. It's more the podcast fan base that I don't think really resonate with him, because a lot of them are like really racist and right-wing. I think like those of them are more like that. But yeah, anyways, I said like those peripheral fans, like they might come at us just because we're brown girls being opinionated and they don't like opinionated.
How many cards can she pull in the same interview? First, she was the misunderstood trad wife who was just trying to support her husband, by completely ruining his comedy career. Then she pulled out the misogyny card because apparently criticizing a woman who publicly humiliated her own husband is the same as hating all women. And now she's pulling the race card and the sexist card. She's labeling Flagrant's own podcast audience as really racist and right-wing. She's saying that the people who don't like what she did are just brown girl hating bigots who can't handle an opinionated woman. She ain't leaving a stone unturned here. Let me just be real clear about what's happening. This is Akash Singh's wife going on a podcast and publicly calling the audience of her husband's own show racist. The show that pays for the Gucci, the Chanel, the Pilates, the fucking vacations, the whole princess treatment lifestyle that she cannot shut up about. She is actively torching the people who fund her entire existence. And she's doing it with a smile on her face because she thinks that she's the victim in all of this. She's blaming Myron, she's blaming the bots, she's blaming the misogynist, she's blaming the racist, she's blaming the right-wing podcast fans, she's blaming everyone and everything except herself. Meanwhile, Akash is nowhere to be seen, and that's the saddest part here. The man has essentially gone quiet, probably hoping this would all blow over, while his wife keeps coming back for more, pulling every card in the fucking deck and dragging his name through the mud with every single interview she does. I said it in my last video and I'll say it again. Akash Singh is the new Will Smith, except at least Will Smith's wife had the decency to do it to his face on her own show. Jasleen's out here doing a media tour, pulling all the stops. This didn't have to be like this. All she had to do was nothing, literally nothing. Stop talking, stop going on podcasts, stop trying to clear the fucking air, because every time you open your mouth, we can all smell your breath. But she won't stop because this was never about defending Akash or clearing up misunderstandings. This is about Jasleen simply needing attention. And don't forget, she's not making any money out of this. In fact, she's actually costing her husband big money by going after his own audience. And like the delusional narcissist she is, somehow she still thinks she's winning. Ah, man,
Magical. C'est le magie. We need some more slop here. What do we got? Land claims. Add claim. Let's watch 3 minutes of people. Wonder if I could sell my house for more because I'm native. Actually, the land claims don't apply to this property because I'm native. So, how about that? Let's see what that lies. This is a commercial property too. Would you like to buy a business property that's sold to you by a native so it can never get land grabbed? Excellent. $1.5 million. $2 million. Sounds about right to me. Let's watch 30 minutes of people losing millions on meme coins and crypto. Oh, yeah, let's do it. That shit's like the lottery. I finally dipped my finger in there, and I dipped it in at the wrong time, but I'm expecting to lose it all, so if we go to 99%, come back up to breaking even, I'll still be happy. Zacharios. Zacharios! Oh, Zacharios. Got some decent content. I'm still not sure if he's a bot or not, but no, I'm pretty sure he's not. Okay.
This is how I lost $50,000 trading meme coins.
I keep getting scammed, bro.
$50,000 trading.
Yeah,
What are you
crypto
buying,
people
bro?
keep
There's so many
scamming me,
meme
bro.
coins on top of it.
Because that's... I just lost...
Stable
I
coins.
just... Oh!
Oh my god, I just so much, bro.
So today we're going to be taking a
people
look
like
at some
live
people who
stream
lost
losing all the
money
money
in
on
crypto
Instagram.
and meme coins. From getting rug pulled constantly to your accounts and wallets getting hacked, being
Totally.
lied to in Discord groups and getting scammed. I mean, this is never ending in this space. We have a ton of stuff to go over today, along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's just jump right into it.
Basically, my husband borrowed money off the equity line on our house and put it into cryptocurrency and asked him to sell it right away. He said that he would and assured me that it would be, back in the bank account by Monday or Tuesday. But he had the flu at the time, was not feeling great. I don't know if that's
dog ate his homework. Okay, yeah, got it.
Yeah, I don't know. But in any case, he accidentally pressed the sell short button instead of the sell button, apparently, after like 4 or 5 days, and it hadn't showed up in the bank account. I asked him about it, and then he admitted to me that he accidentally pressed the wrong button, and it had all been liquidated, and it's gone.
And where did it
and
go?
It's gone.
Apparently, crypto, the account just kept it.
Okay, so
I don't know.
Well, selling short means he
works.
borrowed an asset he didn't own and he sold it at the current price, and then he becomes obligated to buy it back later, potentially at a higher price. So this is just gambling in the market, especially in the crypto world. It was already speculation, so it's like double gambling at this point.
And with the way crypto's been going lately, I don't think this ended well. We could just go over to the comments. You can't accidentally press the wrong button. He's lying. I'd filed divorce papers so fast. Immediate divorce in this situation. And it's gone. The meme from South Park. $250,000 is years and years of working and savings. Gone. Taking out equity on your home just to gamble is absolutely wild. I asked you guys in an older video, do you know someone who lost money on meme coins? One too many. Me, we put $100 in Dogecoin in 2021. So I basically lost $100, but it's not that big a deal. It still is $100 you could have had, and there's going to be a lot more examples in this video with way higher numbers. Me, I lost $40 on 4 different meme coins, but it isn't a realized loss until they all go to zero. Well, virtually all meme coins do end up going to zero. I don't think you're going to see much of a bounce back on that one. XRP is not a meme coin, but that one clip about XRP was a good investment. Do more research, and I think that was referring to a clip that, funny enough, is very similar to the last clip, where a guy took out a $50,000 loan behind his wife's back and put it all into XRP. I believe at that time he bought at around $2, maybe $2.50, and at the time of recording this video, it is $1.34, and in the past year, it's down almost 44%. So in the end, I don't think it was the best investment, along with the almost inevitable divorce down the road. But we'll move on to clips like this that are never ending.
Check MLG, yo, check it out. I'm down money, but I know it's gonna go up. MLG's gonna go up. What? Well, we only get a piece of right? Roger, there is no way my MLG is down this much. Yeah. This has got to be fake. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Good. Oh my god. So much. What the fuck is that? I just lost. Oh my god. How much, bro?
Copy chain. Good luck. Oh, yeah. Thanks, bro. Oh,
see any red? No red.
Cups just got red. Yeah.
I have 160.
Sturgeon Archer suck ass.
And if I really wanted to, we could sit here and watch these types of clips all day long. Rug pull after rug pull. I mean, 30 grand into 168 bucks. It's insane how much money people lose on this stuff. And then you go over to the comments and it's either nothing but spam bots or people trying to promote other meme coins so they could rug pull others. Vision Rocket, building a meme coin. Don't miss your chance. Follow us now. Chill, big family of chill. Solana meme coin trading has become highly competitive. Using a cheap bot is essential. Stay profitable. I pulled in over $100,000 last month. Thanks, dude. Yeah, sure you did. DM me privately for our mentorship on Telegram, which is a huge red flag we'll get to a little bit later. So not only are you going to lose money in the crypto and meme coin space, but then you're probably going to have to pay somebody for a bot that just won't work. Because if it legitimately did work and make people tons of money, why would you ever sell it? Don't advertise it. Just make the money yourself from using it. And we got a comment from you guys right here, meme coins, aka insider trading schemes, because honestly, that's exactly what they are.
Yes.
Alright, so about 2 weeks ago, I invested in this coin called USDR. I put $80. Initially, I put 100.
Meme coin, you might as well be investing in those coins.
I lost 20, and
those
so
kids invent.
I
rug. Like I'm definitely gonna rug. This is definitely gonna be a rug pull.
That same money
People invested in it anyway.
back into
the kid rug
for a
pulls.
low price.
People complain.
Over the course of 2 weeks, this was last night. Price went
the
to
banks aren't going to defend you.
And this was
like, okay, so the kid said he's going to rip you off.
This
took
is
a
how
chance,
much I profited.
And you got ripped
Obviously, I didn't cash out.
So
how
do we save you?
It was at last night.
You just toss money away.
And then today, I looked at USDR. I looked at the coin, and I lost a lot of money. I ended up cashing out. I withdrawed before price went down even further. and this was my total that I got.
This guy's basically the definition of buying high and selling low. We got another comment from you guys right here. Who could have foreseen that investing money into something that had no other use other than to sell to someone else was a bad idea? Who could have thought? Not me.
Are you in Wall Street Bets?
I don't know.
I bet you are. You probably just don't know it.
What?
r/Wall Street Bets, you're probably in that.
No. I'm not a member of anything. I just read.
Yeah, no. You probably read Wall Street Bets.
Oh, probably.
I don't have anything against crypto as a part of a well-balanced portfolio, kind of a minimal part, but
Yeah,
I don't think
very minimal
Dogecoin is
part.
what we're going after.
Oh no. I will
Well,
never do
there's
that
only
again.
Bitcoin and
Put it towards
Ethereum.
the debt, dude. You just got to get out of this debt.
I just
Doge
did
is
it one
only a fucking-
time.
Oh, my position's Dogecoin. So you held Doge?
Oh my
Yes.
god,
You
that's
held
terrible.
Doge.
Well,
and
I
you
think
lost
I bought it at the
Litecoin?
highest.
Where's Litecoin? You lost
my God.
$324 in Litecoin.
I think I bought them all like at the highest they will ever be.
We don't know that
Oh
for
my
sure,
God,
but also
no,
this is
they
just
might come
stupid
back
for
up,
your
but it's gonna take. It's
situation.
a
Yeah.
4-year
Now this brings
cycle.
in
So
the
if you
Wall
miss,
Street Bets
you
culture.
bought
I
it
bet everybody's
on-
heard about
at
the
the high of the
GameStop
4
and
year, then you're
AMC
waiting
short
4 years
squeeze. A
before
few
you're
people
gonna
made an
even
absolute
break even.
massive amount of money, and because of that, you have literally millions trying to chase that high as well through every random crypto and meme coin you could think of. And shockingly, 99% of people lose the money. But now we can get into a bit more of these
The only time
scammers
crypto
and then
pumps
all
is
the
when
gurus
the
and
entire
Discord
economy
groups,
and everything
Telegram
else is doing
links,
really
with
good.
all these grifters selling you a dream and just
Everything else is
taking
doing
your
really
money.
good. Then you know
Cybercrime
crypto's
detectives
gonna
have
fall.
charged a Sydney man over a $5 million crypto investment scam.
It's only gonna happen after all
Almost
this Iranian
200
fucking
elderly and
psychosis
vulnerable
war
Australians
bullshit.
have been fleeced of their savings since November, encouraged to invest in fake cryptocurrency through social media. The 42-year-old suspect from Strathfield is accused of dealing with the proceeds of crime. A second man from Camaray was released pending further investigation.
Now this is why I have the scam series on my channel, but with all the different investment schemes, whether it's crypto or meme coins using AI as well, it tricks more and more people every single day. And if you think any of these scammers would feel bad about taking your entire life savings, you're just sorely mistaken.
They know that you're
Literally
doing
multi-factor authentication. And in the future, you're gonna need homomorphic identification.
You know, these
Because we're
people are
already
buying
past the
tokens
point
thinking
of
it's something and
people
it's not, right? So you're
perfectly
selling them
replicating your
something
voice and
that's
your
actually
image. It's fucking
real.
robots are doing it. Not even Indian scammers. It is Indian scammers, but then they have a robot.
No, it's worth something. No, it's worth
One
something.
Indian scammer that can multiply.
But the people that are investing and buying the tokens know that the money's going to disappear, right? And we're going to lose money.
To download and they lost.
The old people robbing armies.
Legal
A nightmare.
way of making money. Legal way of stealing. Legal way of stealing.
Do you ever feel bad about the people that are losing all this money? You know, we hear stories about people who've
They don't think
invested,
about it 'cause
you know,
they would
all their
kill themselves if
retirement
they
or
did.
sold their dream house or whatever.
Of course, they don't
How do
give
you feel about
a
that?
shit about the people they rob.
You don't care.
No. You're gonna put your life savings in a coin. You should take 5 minutes to do a Google search and find how the coin works. I think they're the most stupid people on earth.
I like how the first half they were justifying it, saying that
That's
it's not
fair enough.
stealing
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
the
legal.
stupidest
And then the
people,
second
yeah.
half saying that they don't feel bad, these people are just stupid, I'm going to take advantage of them. And to be honest, they're not wrong when they say you should do a Google search before putting your entire life savings into something. But regardless, this should show you that no one is trustworthy in this space. Along with all the grifter comments trying to advertise their scam groups, I'm in the most consistent, profitable rug pull community. I don't get why anyone's still broke. And to add on to this, you now have influencers getting in on this and promoting it as well.
Crypto, everything. And right now we're going to take over the crypto space. I'm going to make sure that my coin is one of the best coins to ever be in this. No rug pulls. Every single person that watches me makes money day by day. You just see your thing go up, 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 and never goes down. You just continue to make money. And I'm going to do it for my community. I'm going to do it for my people. And I'm going to make sure that all you eat with me in the proper way, without any risk, without worrying if I'm gonna f anyone over. Y'all are gonna see.
Okay, so we cut it off there. Of course, the coin went down. This is the same person that we took a look at in the gambling addiction video, where he was promoting all of those predatory gambling sites as well. And when he was questioned about that, he played dumb, saying that his audience doesn't gamble at all. They don't lose money. These companies just wanted to pay him ludicrous amounts of money to promote it, but nobody's actually getting hurt financially, which of course is wildly untrue. He's just getting rich while all of his viewers are losing money. We got another comment from you guys right here. I'm 37 and get rich quick schemes have always existed. Instead of TV commercials, it's all online now. Yes, it is. And even though we've seen a ton of examples like this since COVID, the crypto, the meme coins, the NFT stuff that's already died out, I still see clips like this all the time.
Guys, I promise you I'm not psychic. Remember I made that video about those two Aslan brothers who were trying to promote some meme coin and I told you it was a scam?
There's left to our meme coin launches.
Guys, seriously, this is an amazing opportunity. If you want to lose money, like you have too much money and charity just doesn't do it for you, sign up for a stupid meme coin. What is this trend of influencers, TikTok stars pushing meme coins? These meme coins are inherently exploitative. They're basically elaborate pump and dump schemes.
All the liquidity is getting taken out of the meme coin.
Well, they've literally rug pulled it. They've rug pulled it, or the people that own the coin did it. And it's a reminder, guys, don't invest in any of these like meme coins. It's all like bullcrap, trust me. Now, what these brothers can do is whatever bag they got paid for that coin, they could just donate it to the people who lost their money.
But of course, they're not going to do it. Why would they? They're also going to play dumb and say, I didn't know that this would happen. I'm so sorry to my viewers that lost all of their money. And then they'll move on with their life making the same type of content again with a fatter bank account. Now, here's another scam that I've seen in some comment sections, especially when we're talking about losing money. At Best Cyber Hack recovered mine, and we could go over to the account Telegram Best Cyber Hack and WhatsApp message, 2 giant red flags. This is just someone preying on the desperation of trying to get their money back. You go and message them on Telegram or WhatsApp, they'll probably ask for a certain amount of money to try to get your cash back, and if you send it to them, you'll get ghosted as well and lose even more money. And these type of people have even started to do the undisclosed ad stories on TikTok.
I thought I was smart, I thought I was careful. I'm from New Jersey, I joined a crypto trading group. They spoke with confidence, shared screenshots, even video calls. I was convinced it was real. I invested more each month until I had nearly $50,000 in the account. Then when I needed to withdraw, they blocked me. Every time I asked, they demanded another fee. I kept paying because I didn't want to lose what I had already put in. Then I realized it was gone. I sat at my desk in shock, staring at the empty account. My hands shook. I couldn't tell my wife, I felt worthless. I reached out to Polaris Cyber as my last hope. They took my records, traced the money, and recovered it. If you've been scammed, don't suffer in silence. Polaris Cyber can help you out of the same pain I was in.
Okay, so we actually have a couple different layers to this clip. If you didn't know, this was completely made by AI. They probably just took a screenshot of this guy. They make him say whatever they want. I mean, you could even hear that I was just reading off of a paragraph. And at the end, they're promoting some sort of company to get your money back, and that's just not going to happen. Along with it being an undisclosed ad that's not allowed on TikTok, but it doesn't really seem like these are getting taken down. I see it all the time. The amount of scams in this space is just unreal.
Ah, there's no way. I just got run. No, bro. What is this diabolical chart?
You know what? Since I lost money on USOR, I'm going all in on SOAR, and I've done my research into this one. The bubble maps look absolutely clean. The team doesn't hold more than like a couple percent, as you guys can easily check online yourself. And look at the starting market cap, 2 million, absolutely low as hell. Guys, like, I think this could be an absolute runner. So guys, load the fuck up on your bag because this could moon.
So here we go, another one of the gurus trying to make it look like he's just like everyone else. Look, I got rug pulled, I lost a whole ton of money, but I did my DD on this new one and I'm gonna go all in, and so should you. Follow my plays below, open link browser with a Telegram link. Of course. How much did you lose? Did you buy at the top? I lost a lot of money. I went all in on SOAR, just buying to SOAR, way better anyways. And by the chart you could already see it got rug pulled down more than 60% in a year. And I mean, if you bought at the peak, you lost way more than that. But we got another comment from you guys right here. This is the definition of social media fake rich. Buy my course. It's so easy to spot these frauds now. I bet that guy has $17 in his bank account. And this clip up on screen is exactly what he's talking about. Meme coins are a scam. Okay, stay broke. And then he shows off some sort of watch that you can't even really see what it is. So I wouldn't doubt it being a replica either. With a whopping 1,700 followers, this guy's not doing that well. Meme coins, Instagram, and a Telegram link. Another clip almost exactly like the guy who went all in on SOAR, saying that I lost $15,000 trading meme coins. But now I know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna make a ton of money, and you should follow me. Daily crypto content and alert with yet another link. Rebel Crypto Underground, memes, alpha, money, trench together, eat together. Doesn't this sound embarrassing to you? Rebel Crypto Calls, exclusive, early, insider TG call group. And it's not like any of this stuff is free, and that's how they're making money. Here's another example. I mean, cookie cutter copy and paste, just with a different guy, saying that I lost all this money, but now I know what I'm talking about. The biggest 100x callouts on another Telegram link. I know I'm just saying the same thing over and over again, but another thing that I thought was funny, apparently this guy's got 73,000 followers, and then when you take a look at any of the videos, they get 200-300 views. So it kind of just looks like you bought all your followers to make you look more legitimate than you actually are. Maturing is realizing all you need is $10 and one good meme coin to get rich. Really? And this guy's got the more traditional Miami course seller guy, all the Lamborghinis, supercars on the thumbnail, and I think you guys get the gist. I do have more examples, but we'll just move on.
This is how I lost $50,000 trading meme coins. So about 5 months ago, I saw this YouTube video about a guy making a lot of meme coins. His name was Orangey. Again, if you're in the space and you know who this guy is, you've probably seen him all over TikTok. He's the biggest meme coin trader there is all around. Anyways, this guy had a Discord group, and basically I joined it for like $100 a month. And at first it was good. So you join, and there's this voice chat, and there's like 30 to 50 people in there just talking about meme coins and trading, calling out coins, everyone's sharing your screen. It's all equal to that. And this is where it gets a little bit sketchy, and I don't want to throw a shade to Orangey. I think he's a good guy. Now, in these voice chats, every single day,
the length loss on my sword's fucking me up.
Now, Robert is basically Orangey's right-hand man. He basically manages like voice chats and stuff. Now, I'm gonna be honest, Robert was not a very good trader. Okay? So I would go into these voice chats every single day, and Robert would just be complaining about how he lost money that day. Every single day he would lose money, okay?
Okay, so this story goes on for a lot longer, but basically what happens is the guy who's not good at trading magically just starts making a ton of money. He would go into the Discord with all these members that are paying $100 a month and tell them that you should buy this coin and that coin and blah, blah, blah. And then when people did that, he sold all of his for a massive profit when everybody else got screwed. He did that over and over again, and people just kept falling for it. I mean, this guy lost $50,000. I lost so much money, bro. I lost $30,000. I lost $2,000. I feel terrible. I lost thousands too. I lost $10,000. 18 years old. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I would have been completely out of the space the first time I got burned by one of these guys.
Spent about $18,000 in crypto. Went to bed one night and it was worth it. What were you in? So here's my biggest regret. I originally invested in Ethereum. And this was based on a few friends becoming Ethereum millionaires. And I had like an initial investment of about $200,000. Put it in, and then it fell for the first time. Yeah. Like $200,000 down. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I need the money right now. I'm making it. How much were you making? 10 to 15,000. Incredible. More than you could ever hope to spend. Yeah. If I held on my Ethereum right now, I'd probably have more than 5. Even still, what year was that? 2018. Okay, how much did you put into Ethereum? 200,000. S&P 500 was worth 271. Now it's worth 458. It would have almost doubled. Almost doubled.
If I put it in traditional stocks. Yeah, if you put it in basic index funds. Yeah.
But there's not a single person surrounding you who's like, dude, you're making money.
Put the majority of your money in.
I had people telling me you should invest in crypto.
Okay, so this.
Oh my god, yeah, but that's fucking fat retard.
This is Boogie2988 has done a lot of stuff on the internet, and there's a lot more stories.
Everybody told him to invest in crypto. He's a fat lol cow.
A lot more money. There's other channels on here that have made it.
Didn't realize he was talking to fucking Boogie.
But the traditional way of investing is just not fast enough for people today. The average 8 to 10% is not good enough.
Everyone's telling me to do this.
100x.
I'm a fucking idiot and I can't think for myself.
That's why we get so many clips like we've seen today. We got another comment from you guys right here. This crap is the modern version of snake oil. There will always be snake oil sellers, and sadly there will always be schmucks who are dumb enough to swallow what they're peddling. I feel like everyone knows someone in their life that's just like this clip.
I have nothing left. I sold the car. I borrowed from my mom. I put it all in there. Twitter said it was gonna go. TikTok said it was gonna go. What's going on? Why did I do this?
It's like listening to a fucking gambling addict tell you to go to the casino.
No man, go to the casino, we're tons of money. I've done it before.
And this comment from you guys was absolutely perfect. The quickest way to go broke is trying to get rich fast.
Have you heard of Diddy Coin?
Diddy Coin?
Chill guy. Have you heard of these coins?
Fart coin all day, baby. Your coin needs to be Web 2, Web 3 safe.
Dude,
needs to be
right now in my meme coin portfolio, I'm up like 500% on Diddy coin. Winter Arc is up like 600%.
500% on
Now I know
Diddy
that
coin.
this clip was supposed to be a joke. He's just messing with his financial advisor, but people are legitimately like this. And let's just say that
Pissing
on
off
the
his
off
financial
chance
advisor,
you
giving
do
him a heart
actually
attack.
start
Yeah, just
making
jump
a solid amount of money
all
on
of our
any of this
assets you've
crypto,
been
any of the
managing
meme
in
coins.
crypto.
With the rampant amount of scams and theft, you have to be extremely careful.
On January 11th, the user lost $282 million worth of Bitcoin and Litecoin due to a social engineering scam. The attacker then converted all that stolen crypto into Monero, temporarily driving the price up because Monero's liquidity is pretty thin. But that is just an absolutely disgusting amount of money to steal from someone. Contrary to all the other advice that's given on here, I believe that a crypto exchange is one of the safest places you can store it. A substantial amount of North Korea's GDP is strictly from stealing crypto. They have a state-funded operation. This is the largest crypto theft ever from an individual. The last time anything on this scale happened, the perpetrators were actually quickly caught because they were flexing all of their stolen money on social media.
Why am I not surprised that they put all their stuff online? I legitimately can't imagine having the $200 million and then losing it all from another one of these crypto scams. But he did talk about crypto exchanges, so that's a pretty good transition into the next clip.
PSA for my crypto girlies, there is a rampant Coinbase scam going on right now. If you get a call and they're telling you, oh, your new phone number has like just been accepted or whatever, if that wasn't you, press 1 or whatever. Don't do that. That's a scam. Hang up. I don't even think Coinbase has a phone number actually, so they won't be calling you. But you can just email them and be like, hey, something weird going on with my account. Never accept calls anymore. Literally just don't accept calls from people you don't know. Screen them, send to the voicemail, block unknown numbers. If it's important, they will leave you a voicemail and you can call them back. And even if it is voicemail, look up the official number and call the official number back because the scammers be leaving voicemails.
So even if you're on a more reputable site, you still have to be extremely careful. The scamming
No way, they called Coinbase more reputable?
My husband started talking to friends about cryptocurrency. He made a big move behind my back. He took a big loan of $200,000. Oh my gosh.
Oh
invested that money in crypto,
husband behind wife's back,
Trump
$200,000.
coins, and all this stuff. He also had $50,000 on his mom that he was investing, so it was like
God, he took his mom's money.
total.
He got scammed. He lost his mother's $50,000.
He lost $300,000. Lost his mom's $50K. Lost his.
So where did you bury him?
Yeah, where'd you kill your? Yeah, where'd you bury your
backyard,
husband
probably.
for sure.
Oh my God!
This is the second Dave Ramsey clip we've seen about crypto in this video.
How do
but
people
there
survive
is
though?
a
How do you
ton
not
more.
kill
This
yourself?
is a lot more common than you think. Whether it's people legitimately believing in these meme coins or cryptocurrency, or just straight up gambling.
How much money do you have? Negative. Oh,
I guess they're like stupid enough to make the mistake. They're dumb enough to like not process it. They're lost enough to want to.
2024 is the great financial reset. So you do not know. Actually, you know. How do you know? What's your little magical knowledge? Because if you had this magical knowledge, that $400,000 would be $800,000. All the hedge funds are finally getting at the crypto.
Just make the right moves. You can be a gajillionaire. I just want to live on a yacht for the rest of my life.
That's where you dump your
have a personal chef.
Buddy, yes,
have
a couple people will make it.
Boat captain, all that good shit. My sister will be my personal boat chef.
It is not doing anything remotely similar to what you're doing. Why not go with what has been proven to work? If you want to get there, why not go with something that has a record of success?
People are like, oh, if you get a yacht, you have to pay for all your
record of
gas.
success doing what you're doing.
See how much cruise costs?
Okay, so if you've seen this guest before, this was brutal. He lost
I'm not gonna get a big yacht.
$100,000 in crypto, was using astrology to dictate his trades as well. Clearly,
I'll probably learn how to
but another example of the traditional
Oh my God,
Just
boys!
too
How you
slow.
fucking let
I
these
need that
motherfuckers do
100x
that? Oh
right
my
away. I might die tomorrow, but a vast majority of the time,
That's
that
why we had no
mentality
ladders.
just
There
leaves
should be
you
ladders.
broke. And it's always broke people who tell you how they're gonna get rich. Crypto brain rot, holy moly. And I mean, he was talking about the great financial
Go,
reset in
you
2024,
scrubs.
well, it's currently 2026, and not much has changed recently other than a lot of crypto going down. So I guess he didn't know what was going to happen in the future. Shocking.
Alright, I just started trading meme coins for like the last.
They fucking launch in here. Sometimes they can launch catapults in here. It's real not good. He's got the rock chucker. Oh, they're chucking rocks.
Rich
Crazy.
one day, though. I'm gonna have
Oh
millions.
my God,
I'm
they're
gonna have
really
a big yacht.
throwing the rocks. God
I'm gonna crash my Lamborghini.
I haven't seen the AI go to town like this
off these meme coins.
wow.
You just
God
wait.
damn.
I keep getting scared.
Calm down, bro.
These
Holy
freaking
fuck.
crypto
You're gonna use up all the rocks in 3 seconds. Time. Holy fuck.
Why do you have to
Ready
lie
to
about
get crushed by those rocks?
This is why I started crypto.
It's better not be my
Because on this app, lying about these tokens, like for
Are they done with the goddamn rocks?
I don't care if it was just $7. Like, stop scamming me for my money.
So how many times did it take for you to
Toss it
realize
up.
you shouldn't trust them?
Stop getting rock fucked.
Along with the
How many
first
rocks
guy
they got
saying
up
that
there?
I'm gonna make this one work. I'm gonna get a yacht, a Lamborghini, even though I've lost hundreds of dollars in meme coins instantly. Somehow I don't think he's gonna make it big. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.
What's this for a fucking melee?
I'm getting sued by people. Who would have thought that credit cards are suing people now for it? That's never happened.
Alright guys, come with me.
Break in left. Break left. Victor formation left,
So
boys.
similar to the last video that I uploaded on this channel, I'm sitting under the weather while recording this. So if I do sound a little off, that's the reason why. But today we're going to take a look at some people getting sued over their credit card debt. I feel like there are many people out there who think that they could just keep kicking the can down the road when it comes to paying their credit card, and it'll end up with companies getting tired and frustrated. They'll either settle for something significantly less or completely cut their losses, especially when the balances aren't that high, at least in comparison to some of the people we've seen on this channel. But that's just not the case. More and more people are being taken to court because of every debt. Whether you owe tens of thousands of dollars or maybe just a couple hundred
I need to put voice
bucks,
commands in
we
this
have
game.
a
It'd be
lot
so
to
much
go over today,
easier.
along with comments from you guys
Pussies.
from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave the comments down below. But let's start this video with someone who did not know that this happens.
What's up, guys? So let me give y'all a story time about what happened
Let me
today.
give y'all a
So
story
I'm home,
time.
Just chilling this morning, drinking my
Give
coffee.
y'all a story
All
time.
of a sudden, I get a knock on the door.
got
and
half of
it's
that.
a sheriff.
It's
from
a
the
sheriff.
police. They came here to serve me some paperwork because Credit One sued me. Is suing
When I get out here, I'm
me
going to be playing another
for
8
an
hours of
old
this,
debt
so
from 2021. Who would
don't
have
have
thought
a
that
conniption in
credit cards are
Stream
suing
it,
people
and I'm way
for
further
old
ahead.
debt? That's never happened to me, at least. And
You arrived
I
just in the
literally
nick of
got
time.
served, and they're telling me I have 30 days to get in contact with them and try to make an arrangement. Now, let me know who has that happened to, or who's ever heard of that, because this is the first time I ever hear about a company,
Is it
a credit
shitty,
card
bro?
company suing anyone, like, especially from like
For real.
2021.
Okay,
For
she's
real.
making it sound like 2021
Suing
was like
people.
30 years ago. It's
never heard
only
of that,
4
bro.
years. The debt is not that old. And what did you think was going to happen if you didn't pay off the card? It would just go to collections one day, you take a credit hit, and it would just disappear off the face of the earth? Let alone the fact that Credit One is probably one of the worst credit card companies on the planet. I'm not surprised whatsoever that they're taking you to court. I just thought it was funny that she didn't even believe that this happens. And some of the comments, yes, this absolutely happens. I'm currently paying back 3 cards and got served 2. Don't ignore it. I feel like it's still fairly new. Yes, only a couple years, happens all the time. We'll see some of the consequences of people ignoring it later in the video. We also have a comment from one of you guys right here. My friend had a roommate who thought all you owed was just the minimum payments every month, no matter how much you spent on your credit card. This was a college graduate. So we could see how rough the financial literacy is for a lot of people out there. Don't really know what to say about that one, but we'll just move on to the next clip with a crash out.
Scalper, count your
days. Count your mother days. Y'all sued me for a credit card that you gave me 10 years ago, and you gave me a $10,000 credit limit at 21 years old. Okay? So you sued me. I get it. I didn't pay it back. That was my fault. I fell on hard times, okay? I had a lot of shit I went through, okay? So I didn't pay him. Y'all sued me. I tried to work with the lawyer and say, hey, I can only afford $50 a month, okay? I can only afford $50 a month. Like, literally, I work 3 jobs. I do DoorDash. I don't know. What else do you want from me? He said, no, 160. And I was like, well, no, I can't afford that. And then they said, oh, well, can you borrow money from someone? No, if I could borrow money from someone, I would, and I would give it to you. Trust me, I'm not trying to say I didn't do it, but I don't have the money. I don't have it, okay? So y'all sued me, and I got a letter because the judge ruled in favor of them, obviously. But I got a letter, and the letter pretty much says, hey, so you gotta pay this, and there's gonna be interest on it until it's paid in full.
So this entire situation just got worse. I would like to add on the possibility of her also having to pay attorney's fees along with the interest and everything that she owed initially, but I did think it was funny that she was angry that she got a $10,000 credit limit at 21 years old, and that's supposed to be the fault of the credit card company that gave it to her. I guess there wasn't any responsibility on her end to not max it out, but we could go over to the comments. Discover is ruthless. I'm dealing with almost the same thing. I remember several other examples from older videos saying basically that as well. None of these credit card companies are messing around anymore. Another comment from you guys: the craziest thing about these videos is how willing everyone is to share deeply concerning financial issues. And I definitely understand that, but hopefully these types of videos are some sort of scared straight for anybody out there watching. Maybe they don't have the financial knowledge. It's not like they're purposely trying to crash their finances. They just never learned in the first place. And if you keep seeing horror story after horror story like this, hopefully you'll take a very different path in life. I mean, here we have another example of somebody getting roped into this when they didn't even spend all the money on their cards.
So now I'm at Mel's Plus. I've got to fax some paperwork to the magistrate court because a certain someone had me take out a bunch of credit cards, promised to pay them. My credit score was like at a 700, and now it's like, I believe at a 400 and something maybe. But so yeah, someone's trying to sue me, so I have to go to court. So here we are, Miles Plus. Let's get this faxed.
So this is like co-signing on a car loan with somebody who is not financially responsible. And because you put your name on the dotted line, you took out those credit cards for someone else who just said that they were going to pay it back. Now you personally are on the hook for all of that money and you're getting sued. I don't know, that just seems like a wild choice to me, but we can move on.
Capital One will take you to court. Guys, Capital One is known one of the biggest credit card companies that will take you to court, and this happens when you take too long to pay a collection. The reason this happens is the client will get multiple collection letter companies from the third party, and when they don't respond after a few months or years, they end up taking the client to court. Now, how do you stop this? The best way to do this is once you get a pre-trial letter from that company, you want to call and negotiate for 50% of the amount due. This is going to help you save money and also requesting a paper to leave.
Now this could go different for everybody trying to negotiate down.
Oh, no way!
We already saw earlier a woman trying to pay $50 a month and they wanted $150, so they did take her to court, and she ended up losing, and the whole situation got a lot worse. But this kind of stuff does take time as well.
I saw that coming. I tried to zigzag.
It just like some of the comment section does. But eventually they're going to come for their money, no matter how big or small it is. I owed them $800 for 6 years and haven't heard from them. I owe them $200. Will they take it to court? Yes, they will, for that small amount. We will see in a little bit why. I owe them $900 for 10 years, never paid, laughing emoji. I'll never forget, I had the sheriff serving me. Another experience here from you guys. My late mother was sued by several credit cards back in the 90s for non-payments. It was close to 6 figures in debt 30 years ago, so that's a lot more money in today's world. She refused to make a payment plan. She would just throw the letters away. Ignoring it makes it all worse. Eventually they took her to court and put a lien on her house. It took almost 2 decades for my mother to pay them back. You just lost so much of your life paying back all of those debts. Wow.
Alright guys, come with me to get sued. Yeah, we're getting ready. We're already ready. Do I look like fool? Oh no, I didn't do nothing wrong. I just didn't pay my credit card for like 2 years. It's currently $8.45. I get to spend $9.30, so let's go. Alright guys, so I have to surrender my
myself by the end of the day, I'm going to jail for 6 months. Just kidding. This little light, bro. Capital One just went nuts on everybody in Milwaukee. There was like 20 people there, and they were all from Capital One. We gotta do better with credit cards. Stop giving those credit cards, please.
Again, shifting the blame onto the credit card companies, even though you applied for it. And I know this makes it sound like I'm secretly sponsored by some of these credit cards, which I know how predatory and awful they could be with 20 or 30% interest rates. While you're paying down your debts, you'll actively be getting credit line increases to incentivize you to buy more. It can be a brutal situation, but still, you have to have some sort of self-discipline or responsibility to yourself to not ruin your life financially like this. And another example of Capital One not messing around. Everybody in that court all had the same situation. They were all getting sued for their debt. Capital One did that to me. I didn't pay for about 5 months and they started garnishing my wages for $1,500 bucks. Then when it was paid, they sent me another offer for a higher credit line. That's what I was just talking about. No way you're getting sued for credit card payments. Just pay the bare minimum due until February and then use your taxes on them. Even when you pay the minimum payments,
no
it
way.
just gets worse
Double cost down? No
your
way.
tax return will be enough to pay the overall balance. If not, you're just in a never-ending cycle. Another comment here, these people have a problem beyond needing to be financially re-educated. How can anyone think it's okay to take out tens of thousands of dollars without ever needing to pay back? There's definitely a different thought process towards swiping or tapping a credit card compared to legitimately going to a bank and taking out a loan. That seems a lot more serious to people compared to just buying stuff constantly online, putting in a couple numbers or swiping, and then you get whatever item or product you bought. You just do it over and over again. It's not that serious until they take you to court. A clip up on screen right now. I'm getting sued by a credit card company and have court tomorrow. I'm poor.
How, guys? How?
Go over to the comment section. Can I ask you what credit card company it was? TJ Maxx credit card.
Guys,
So
can I
just
get one
another
archer
example of
fucking
why I
shoot
say
these
this
guys?
kind of
I've
stuff
never
over
seen.
and over again, especially
This is
with
the third time they
overconsumption.
pushed
You go
the
to
fucking
Best Buy
ladder
or
down.
TJ Maxx, really any of these stores, and they all have credit cards that you
Boys,
can open.
boys,
they'll
shoot
try
that
to sell
guy,
you
shoot
on
that
when
guy,
you're at
somebody
the
shoot that
cashier,
guy.
especially if
Come
it's
on,
a
let me
larger
see an arrow hit him.
purchase. Maybe you'll get it
Boys.
for 10% off, or triple the amount of points, something like that, right? All you gotta do is take out the
What are my
TJ
units
Maxx credit
doing?
card or the Best Buy one. You'll get
We're
extra free
dying.
shopping here with the card also, and then you do that week after week, racking up the balance. And then unfortunately it snowballs so much that you get into this situation, and all those TJ Maxx fines don't seem too worth it in the end. But there are many people who believe that these credit card companies wouldn't care.
Oh my God, no.
$100 or maybe $1,000 or so dollars racked up, because that's not a lot of money to them.
This
These are
fucking
huge
game.
conglomerates that make millions or billions of dollars. So they're not going to deal with small fish like you and take you to court. That's not true. Either. Comment and a clip will go along with this. I work in a law office where these are the majority of the cases we deal with. There are so many cases like this that we send over 200 letters alerting people that they're being sued for their debt on a daily basis. And this clip backs up that claim as well.
People always ask me, how can my partner afford to pay an attorney hourly to sue me for debt that's under $1,000? And what I tell them
Again, you
is
save on
because
X.
most of these law firms are
Sure, whatever
mills
you
who work
say,
on
lady.
volume, don't charge an hourly fee, but instead are simply compensated a percentage of the amount they collect from you. These debt collection mills file as many lawsuits as possible on behalf of large credit card companies such as Discover, Capital One, and Citibank. Like any industry, you have pigs and you have hogs. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. One such hog was a place out of New York called Forrester and Garbus. This law firm filed 99,000 lawsuits over a 3-year period. If they worked every single weekday during that time, that would be 380 suits per day.
So maybe it's only a few $100s each, $500, possibly $1,000, but if they're doing almost $400 a day, even getting a small percentage of a return on that could be a crazy amount of money. So you think that it still might be petty to go after somebody for a few $100, but it's still worth it to them. And this comment goes well with that. It's only $1,000 when it's someone else's money. It's never only $1,000 when it's their money. So overall, it doesn't matter how big or small the debt is, they'll still go after you if they want. So this next example we have to break up into several parts because this is a very long, interesting story, but we'll just jump right into it.
So I'm getting sued by Chase Bank. I wish I was kidding. If you've been here a while through my campaign, you may remember this video.
I pull up my bank account app and my account is in the negatives, like hundreds of dollars in the negatives. I'm like, what happened? And there was a transaction from Chase Bank that I did not authorize, and they completely cleaned out my entire bank account.
So that video goes on to say that I was on the phone with Chase for 3 hours asking them what happened, if they can cancel the transaction. They said no, they can't cancel it because it's pending. They can't refund it, and there's nothing they can do. And this was on a Friday going into the weekend. They left me without any money, and I ended up having to borrow money from my mom and my brother.
Okay, so the first part of this clip to me sounds like somebody got into her account, right? Some scammer and took all of her money and she got completely screwed. That's what I was thinking initially, but that's just not the case. I'm gonna go back and forth to the comment section to add a little more context during this story because she had credit card debt. Why do you have such big credit card debt? She responds, $5,000 is big debt? Question mark. I would personally say, yeah, $5,000 is a significant amount of money. I would believe that she would think that's a lot of money too, especially when we get later in the video. I used it for our honeymoon and have been paying it back for 2 years before I was between jobs. Okay, so keep that in your mind and we'll move on.
And I called Chase to let them know, like, hey, I don't have an income. I can't make the minimum due. Minimum due was like around $175. I was like, is there any way we can like extend out the due date until I get a job, or maybe I can make like half of a payment? And they were like, nope, this is what you do. You got to pay it by the due date, or you're gonna hit late fees. Well, I couldn't give Chase what I didn't have, so I had to miss a few payments. And by the time I got a job, I went to go make a payment because I was making money now, and I see that my minimum due had over than doubled. And so I called Chase. I said, hey, I have a job now. Can we get my payments back to where they were? Because now it's like over almost $400. And they're like, nope, sorry, you have all these missed payments plus the late fees plus the interest that has accrued. This is what you owe, pay by the due date. I can't afford that. I can't afford to pay that much money. And again, they pretty much said, sorry, not sorry. You have to pay the money.
And this is why I think the credit card debt videos are so important. Many people still don't realize how fast the interest could start adding up and making everything worse. Even when she got a job and started to make some money, she was still falling behind. But again,